When it comes to mentoring programs, knowledge is power. Knowing how to do things right is obviously very useful, but in the same vein, knowing what can go wrong is also extremely valuable. So, here are 7 common reasons mentoring programs can fail and how you can avoid them. Number 1, the program doesn't have a clear goal. This is an easy one, but easily overlooked. With no goal, potential participants will have little idea what you're asking them to sign up to and what to do once they're in. And for program coordinators, knowing what to measure to determine success will be extremely difficult. Carve out your program's goals during the planning stage. Why are you launching a mentoring program? Is it for retention, learning and development, knowledge sharing? What are you hoping your cohort will achieve? Do you want to see more cross-functional collaboration? Do you want to see more women of color in management positions? Determining what you want out of the program will help you design it to be as effective as it can be. It also helps your participants set their own goals to guide them through their mentoring journey. Number 2, the program isn't customized to the organization's needs. It might seem like a good idea to adapt the methods of another successful mentoring program. The problem with that is that every organization is different. From the culture, size, demographics, and more, there are a lot of variables at play. Just because a certain type of program worked for one organization or cohort doesn't necessarily mean it will work for another. Once you've determined your program's goals, you should then figure out how you're going to get there. Consider the kind of organization you're in. What's the culture like? Is your workforce predominantly young? Is your organization very hierarchical? All of these things and more should inform what kind of program you build. Your mentoring program should be tailor-made for your organization and what it needs at the time you're running it. Number 3, the program has no support from senior management. Any program needs support from management for it to succeed long-term. Programs with no support can get axed or be seen as just another to-do and a distraction from real work. Having management support gets potential participants interested and encourages engagement. It also gives would-be participants people to look to for what mentoring can do for them. It also shows them that leaders care about their progress. When presenting the business case for your mentoring program to management, make sure to highlight not just the benefits to the employees, but also the benefits to the organization. Talk through not just why it's good to have a mentoring program, but why you need one. Find members of management who have benefited from some form of mentoring before and see if they can be one of your program's mentoring champions. This way, you don't just get a ceremonial sign-off without any real support. Number 4, poor matching. Mentoring is all about the relationship between mentors and mentees. If the matches aren't great, the results aren't going to be great. Program coordinators can make mistakes when matching mentees with mentors. Participants can make the same mistakes when matching themselves as well. Everyone has bias, conscious or otherwise. So being aware and trying your best to keep them in check when matching is key. It's also good to remind your mentors and mentees of this if you're running a program that allows them to find their own matches. Shared interests and common backgrounds can help build that initial connection, but it's these 5 factors that influence how successful a match can be. Skills, goals, proximity, experience, and inclusion. However, for the complete elimination of matching bias, we turn to technology. Mentoring software like MentorLoop allow program coordinators to use an algorithm to match their cohort. This eliminates any form of bias that comes with matching. Number 5, lack of competence. This is another problem that's easily overlooked. Sometimes the job of creating a mentoring program is given to well-meaning employees who haven't done it before and aren't given the resources to learn how to do it well. Similarly, it's often assumed that successful managers can be good mentors or that good employees can be good mentees. Without previous experience, would-be participants and program coordinators don't have a benchmark for how it's supposed to be done right. Mentors, mentees, and program coordinators would all benefit from resources to help them improve their knowledge and competence. This is why MentorLoop constantly updates our blog and resource library. For program coordinators especially, it's vital to be well-informed and confident that you can guide your cohort through their journey. Yes, program admin can be tedious and time-consuming, but learning how to support participants is key. Consider using software that gives a hand with admin efficiency and really get familiar with it. I know it seems obvious, but really getting to know what your software is capable of will make admin and reporting easier for you, allowing you to dedicate time to arming yourself with information to support participants and program success. Number 6, low engagement. When there's not enough interest in a program, it dies. The same is true if the initial interest in the program fizzles out. Many programs have failed because not enough people signed up, or those that did stopped engaging somewhere along the way. To build and maintain momentum in your mentoring program, marketing is key. It's so important to have a plan in place to promote your program before launch, as well as during the program duration. Those mentoring champions we mentioned earlier, have them communicate with your cohort to reinforce the benefits of both joining a mentoring program and staying the course. Make use of any and all tools and opportunities that are available. You can check out our guide on that via the link in the description. If you're using mentoring software, it may have some tools to help you maintain momentum. Mentorloop, for example, guides your cohort through milestones that encourage them to move forward in their mentoring relationship. Mentorloop's nudges also give participants supportive information at the right time during their mentoring journey. Number 7, lack of feedback and incorrect measurement. No matter how well-informed and prepared you are when building your program, it won't be perfect. So it's important to be open to feedback from your cohort as they progress. One of the worst things you can do when it comes to measuring your program is just doing it at the end. This leaves you with no room to course correct. Get in touch with your participants at different stages of the program. Insight like this is vital in making sure your program becomes a success. Software like Mentorloop has features that help you gather insight into your participants' experience as they're going through the program, not at the end. It also gives you an easy way to keep track of everyone's progress and experience, so you're not having to rely on individual feedback, and allows you to easily get in touch with participants to check in and support them along the way. Using the wrong metric to measure your program's success is also a pitfall that's easy to fall into. Program coordinators can oftentimes try to measure the hours their participants spend on mentoring. And while that can be done, especially if you have software that can measure that for you, it's not ideal. Just as you don't measure the quality of your personal relationships by the amount of time you spend together, you shouldn't do it for mentoring relationships either. So, what metrics should you use? At Mentorloop, we use a healthy mix of qualitative and quantitative data. You can have a ton of users on your platform every month, but their relationships might be mediocre. Supplementing this data with qualitative data from surveys allow you to have more insight into the numbers and understand what is actually happening in your program. At the end of the day, the success of your mentoring program really does rest on your shoulders. And as daunting as that may sound, you can rest assured that there are ways to avoid failure and resources you can access to help you achieve success. For more advice on mentoring program management, head to our website where we have articles and resources used by more than 50,000 people worldwide. Good luck, and thanks for watching.